Hello friends, and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Miss Nuccia, and I'm from the Winfield Public Library. And today, we are making fortune cookies just in time for Valentine's Day. Now, before you begin, you need your fortunes ready. Little slips of paper that the kids can write them. This is a fun. Say yes to exciting opportunities. So many fun things. May your cookie jar overflow with goodies. I like that one. So make sure you have them all cut out and ready. And the other thing I want to say is you have to be patient for this recipe. The kids can help with the notes, get all those little fortunes written out, but I thought I was going to really be great at this and I was going to make 6 at a time. By the time I got to the 6th fortune cookie, I couldn't fold them, I couldn't shape them. So what I want you to do is only do 2 at a time. I find I can handle 2. Maybe as I get more experience, I can handle more, but I can't. And I've tried many recipes, and in the end, I'm using a Chinese recipe. I thought this one was the best one. It uses egg whites, 4 egg whites. It uses a bit of water, uses a cup of sugar. It uses rice flour. This is what makes it crisp. But if you don't have it, that's okay. I would just add a little bit more flour. And the other magic ingredient is cornstarch. I have tried other recipes and they were not as good. So I ended up using this one. So let's begin. But make sure before you begin, you've got a muffin tin. So after you shape them, you put them in there. A glass ready. And I almost burned my hands. They were so hot. I thought, oh. So I'm just using little plastic gloves. It protected my hands. So that's something that mom and dad should do. The kids can take care of all the notes and the mixing and everything, but the handling of the oven, I recommend that mom and dad do. And your oven should be set at 350, should be nice and warm, and use one of these mats. You can use parchment paper, but what I found out with parchment paper, it just like bubbles because it's really liquidy and it doesn't work so good. I tried greasing my pan, not so good. I tried using a griddle, not so good. I really experimented with this one, and in the end, this was the most perfect recipe. So let's begin. So I already separated my egg whites. There are 4 egg whites, and it's recommended that they're sort of large, but whatever you have on hand. And just break them up. Nothing special. Some recipes tell you to whip them until they're stiff. It's not necessary. We're not making macaroons. You just want to break it up. Now I found out that the trick is the rice flour and the cornstarch. Other recipes didn't spread as nicely and they tasted good, but I didn't feel they were authentic. Okay, this is good. So I'm going to set that aside. Now in this bowl, I'm going to put 1 cup of flour, pre-measured, 1 cup of sugar, I'm going to put my rice flour, 1/4 cup of rice flour, my 2 teaspoons cornstarch. That's what's going to help them get crispy. And my 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And just stir it all up, blend it all up. You could use the whisk, but my whisk is wet now. kinds of recipes out there. I thought, oh, one of my dreams for my bucket list was to make this, but I never realized there were so many recipes out there, and they were all so different. Okay, so it looks as if it's nice. Now make a little hole in the center, and we're going to add, just like we make our gnocchi and our pasta, we're going to add our oil. We're going to add, you could add a tablespoon of vanilla extract, but I like the taste of almond, so I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of extract, of vanilla extract, and 1 of almond. But you could just go ahead and use vanilla. It's just as good. And 1. So I put a teaspoon of each, but okay. So now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water. And just stir it up. It's going to be thick. When it's all blended, I'm going to add half of my egg mixture. Now I'm going to add in half. Now you could whisk it, but I'm just going to stir it. This is what the kids can do. They can help with this part. They can write up all the notes. This is perfect if you're having a baby reveal, if you're having a birthday party, somebody's turning 40, somebody's having a communion party, or graduation. This is fun anytime. You can color your batter. You can make it pink. You can make it blue. There's so many possibilities. Then I'm going to add the rest. I turned my oven to 350. So we're ready. And then we're going to use a tablespoon and put it on our pan that I prepared ahead of time. It's really easy. The hardest part is the shaping because they're hot. But nice and runny, that's how we want it. You don't need any special equipment, no mixer. Let's see. Okay, beautiful. Now make sure you have a glass ready when they come out of the oven, and your notes, line them up, because, or have the children put them in and then you fold, because that's what I found out. I wasn't fast enough. So my oven is on. Now I'm going to just put 2, and you're going to put it in the oven for 8 minutes. And you have to really watch this. You can't just go away. Okay, now just with the back of your spoon, spread it till it's about 3 inches. And I've noticed that it does shape itself. It like evens out. I was so worried at the beginning. Oh, it does even out nicely all by itself. Put your timer on your oven because you don't want to forget. And now they are ready for the oven. So I'll be back. My oven is ready. Pop them in your oven. Do watch them when they start to get golden around the edge. Then it's time to get them out and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I just took them out of the oven and they don't take long. Flip it over, put your note in and use this. And you don't have much time to work. You have to work fast. Because I could see that these are already getting cool. Okay, so now let's start with our next batch. I have another pan ready because this one still feels a little warm. So I prepared another pan and I'm going to do 2 more. One. And 2. You really have to work fast. Not in this part, but as soon as you take them out, you don't have much time. But like anything, practice. Three-inch circle as perfect as you can make it. Okay, so I'm putting these in the oven. I'll be back in 8 minutes. So here I have a close-up of the spreading. 1 tablespoon. Strip it on. Don't do more than 3. 3 is at least my limit. After you get the tablespoon on, with the back, just spread it 2-3 inches. Could be smaller, could be bigger. It's just and if you notice, it just evens out by itself. Okay, I've got another batch, and like I said, have your fortunes ready. Flip it in your hand, put your fortune on right away. Don't waste any time like I'm doing. Use your glass to shape it, put it in your cookie, your muffin dish. So I flipped it and pushed the sides down, put it in your pan. Okay, while I was waiting, I don't want to use this hot pan. I shaped another 2, and now these are going in the oven. So I've got 1 batch in the oven, and now I'm going to get the next batch. So when I pull that one out, this one's ready to go. Still nice and liquidy. Just make your circles. Okay. Maybe one day I'll be able to do 6 at a time. Okay, Now, this one's not as perfect. Okay, now, as soon as the other ones come out, these will go in. Okay, I got another one ready. My notes are ready. Take it, flip it in your hand, have your note ready. And this one says mistakes happen, turn them into art. Push it down, put it in your muffin tin. Really, it goes so fast that they start to dry up. Put it in your muffin tin, so they form their shape. Now I'm going to put the next one. So it's like one after another. Just took another batch out. Let's get going. Flip it. Put your note. Just meet the top and just make it like a mouth. And it doesn't take long for them to start to cool off, and the shaping is harder. This one I could feel it. Okay. And there it goes. A few more seconds and I'll be getting my last batch out. So 4 egg whites and 1 cup of flour made 44 fortune cookies. This was a lot of fun. It is a little time consuming, but if you have little helpers, it's going to go much faster. So just remember, have your notes ready, your little fortunes. Make sure you put something on your hands. The first time I didn't wear anything and my hands were burning. I did not like that. So then I thought, I've got to put something on. You got to protect. And then if you have anything cute, prepare them for your neighbors. Ah, there goes the timer. Last one. Okay. There it goes. None of them stuck. They all acted beautifully. There. And put it in. I love the way they came out. I used to worry about sealing the top. Nah, just push it down, almost like a froggy mouth. And they are easier than I thought. It's just a little practice. And that's it. That's my 44th fortune cookie. Let me shut off the oven. All right. That was a lot of fun. So here, I have them all. I have 36 and so 36, 38, 40, 44. And I think I'm going to put them really pretty in a little container and give someone a special treat. Now I hope you try them. Don't be afraid. Don't put more than 3 on a pan. At the very beginning, I tried 6. Mistake. It was a big mistake because I couldn't form the final ones. Make sure your fortunes are ready. Have the kids do that. And in no time, it's just a little practice. So practice a little bit. Don't be afraid. They still taste good. And have lots of fun with this project. Let me know how yours turned out, and if you have any questions or any concerns, you know where I am at the library. Just email me and I'll be more than glad to help you or whatever it is you need. So until the next recipe, thank you so much for watching. And if you want, subscribe to our YouTube channel, become a friend of our webpage. You know, like us on Facebook, and Let me know how it turns out, and happy Valentine's to everyone. Bye. Make someone's day very special. Bye.